Today, we're digging into a really powerful idea from the book Job Hunting in the AI Era. It's a concept that can totally flip the script on how you look for a job. We're talking about your personal brand. All right, let's jump right in with a question that kind of reframes the whole job search. What's the real return on investment? On you. Think about it. Not just what tasks you can do, but what actual bottom line value do you bring to an employer?
You know that feeling when you send your resume out and it just vanishes? Like you've tossed it into a black hole? Well, you are definitely not alone. The book talks about this exact thing. And it turns out there's a really good reason this happens, especially if you're just, firing off generic applications. So, how do you climb out of that black hole? The fix, according to the book, starts with a huge mental shift. It's a core idea they call "you are the product." Let's unpack what that really means. Okay, so think of it this way. You're not just a job applicant, you're You Incorporated. You Inc. It's this idea of switching from being a passive person hoping for a call to being the active CEO of your own career. Suddenly, your job search isn't about listing old duties. It's a full-on sales and marketing campaign for the one-of-a-kind value you bring to the table. And this quote right here, this is the absolute heart of it. It is your responsibility to communicate your value, not the employer's to discover it. Wow, that's a total game changer, right? The burden of proof is completely on you. A hiring manager isn't a detective. They're not going to dig for your hidden talents. You've got to serve it up to them on a silver platter, clear as day. So how do you even start to figure out what your value is? Well, the book lays out some really powerful questions to ask yourself. Things like, what do I solve better than pretty much anyone? Or what actual measurable results have I gotten? And you'll notice these questions have nothing to do with job titles. It's all about the problems you fix and the impact you have. Okay, so this is all great in theory, but how do you actually do it? The best way to get it is to see it in action. The book has this perfect real-world example that shows the switch from just listing features to truly communicating value. Let's talk about a guy named Greg. This dude has 20 years of amazing IT experience. We're talking building firewalls, leading giant multi-million-dollar teams, defending massive Fortune 500 companies. I mean, the guy's a rock star. But his resume, it just read like a boring old job description. And guess what? Crickets. Nobody was calling. And this is where it all clicks. In a coaching session, someone asked him that key question. What do you solve better than most? And his answer changed everything. He went from being what the book calls a resume robot, just listing tasks, to a value conveyor. His new brand, his whole story became, I reduce breach risk by turning cybersecurity into a business asset. See? He didn't change a single thing about his experience. He just changed how he told the story. All right, so now we know what to say, but how do you say it? Especially if, bragging about yourself feels kind of weird. Let's look at a practical tool the book offers to help you market You Inc. with real confidence. Yeah, let's just admit it. For a lot of us, self-promotion feels super uncomfortable. The book totally gets this, and it has this fantastic technique to help. You create a professional persona that does the talking for you. It's a clever way to get around that inner voice that's always telling you to downplay your achievements. Now, hold on. This isn't about being fake or creating a character. Not at all. It's a really simple 4-step process to help you practice being the most confident version of yourself. You give this persona a name, you define its top 3 strengths, and suddenly you have a tool that helps you show up with confidence even when you're feeling a little shaky inside. And this quote from the book just nails it, doesn't it? Sometimes we need to invent the confident version of ourselves to get past the critic that lives in our head. It's not about pretending, it's about rehearsing. It's a psychological trick, really, to quiet down that nagging inner critic so you can finally talk about your skills with the confidence they actually deserve. Okay, so we've covered a lot, but what's the one big idea you should walk away with? If you only remember one single thing from all this, make it this next point. Here it is, your new mantra. It's my job to communicate my value. It's not their job to discover it. This needs to be the thought that guides your entire job search. And look, it's so much more than a catchy phrase. It's a massive shift in responsibility that literally puts you in the driver's seat of your own career. Now, everything we've talked about today, this whole idea of you Inc. and communicating your value, is just one key piece of a much bigger puzzle. This has been a focused look at a core concept from the book, Job Hunting in the AI Era, Practical Tips and Proven Strategies. And this book was put together by a whole team of pros, career coaches, and real experts in the field. Martin Brossman, Dana Goer, John O'Connor, and Dr. Justin Rose. So if this sparked something for you and you want to go way deeper on these strategies and a ton more, you can grab the full book. It's available right now on Amazon.